This here is a Bitmain Antminer S19J Pro. It's actually a full-blown Bitcoin miner, but there's one downside. It's loud as What is going on, miners, and welcome back to the Hobbyist Miner channel. Well, my introduction did not lie. ASIC BitCoin miners are insanely loud. How loud, you might guess? This loud. So sorry for no fair warning there, especially for your ears, but that was the Bitmain Antminer S19J Pro from the team over at 𝐏𝐻𝐿.io going full bore. We're talking no noise cancellation on my microphone. We're talking no compression. We're talking the fans at 100% default and running and mining Bitcoin at 104 terahash. And unfortunately, at over 3,000 watts. So in today's video, we're gonna have some fun. This isn't gonna be traditional for my channel, but I'm okay with that. So we're gonna be looking at this guy and the amount of sound and noise that this thing makes. And we're gonna compare it against other things in my crypto mining basement. If you guys aren't familiar, I kind of built myself a crypto mining basement, or I built a basement around a mining room, you could say. If you haven't seen it, I'll put a link in the upper right-hand corner. You can check it out. It's pretty cool. It was a lot of work, but it worked out really well. And now we're mining a lot of different cryptocurrency in our home basement. But being a home crypto miner is tough. It really is. And this guy right here does not make it easy. Not only does it use a massive amount of electricity, but it's crazy loud. To the point where my wife and kids don't really like going in my garage where I keep this right now because it is so loud and makes so much heat. And the reason that is because Bitcoin ASIC miners, when they are doing the computing, they put off a ton of heat. And so the reason this is loud is because the engineers have designed these to have these massive high CFM RPM fans on the front, 2 here and 2 on the back. And their pure responsibility is to keep this thing cool and stable and keep Bitcoin flowing into my pocket. So what we're gonna do in today's video is we're gonna scoot around my basement and record on a decimal meter the different readings for different things in my crypto mining basement, like my test bench, like my Octominer, like my open frame rig, like my air conditioner that I have in the other room. And then we're gonna compare it against this guy, stock, default, no adjustments or anything like that. We'll throw the decimal meter up to it. And then we have a special package and delivery that we just got in today. And it's supposed to make this thing a little bit easier as a home crypto miner. So we'll take a look at it. So let's dive into our testing of a variety of different things in our basement and how loud are they. Okay, so we got a handful of different examples of different sound levels and kind of what the decibel reading is. Well, It's not easy using an Antminer S19J Pro at home as a home crypto miner. And the team over at Cryptology Consulting saw one of my previous videos and said, hey, hobbyist, we got your back. And they sent us this box to go ahead and test out. This is actually a prototype, which is so cool. Never had this experience before, so shout out to the team over at Cryptology Consulting. I'll put a link down below if you guys want to check them out. So this is a full metal box that has insulation all the way around and on the bottom. It has a platform that you actually rest your S19J Pro on, and then you have this lid come down and it actually sits right in the grooves here, seals off the box entirely for heat and airflow, and then look at the inside of this thing. Fully soundproofed as well. So what we're going to do today is we're going to take our S19J Pro, install it, and then we're going to kind of test out and see how well this does versus our original readings and sound decibel levels of our Antminer BitCoin miner. So what we're going to do next is we'll get it installed. Now they did send us this foam here. We'll talk about these guys in a second. They sent us this foam here just in case our miner doesn't fit entirely snug, as these boxes are meant for all different sizes. And this is pretty cool. This actually here is 16 by 12 by 1 inch. So this is a full inch of more sound deadening material that they send you just to make sure that everything is perfect inside. And then we're going to take it to the next level in a future video. We won't talk about it entirely today, but the team over at Cryptology Consulting has partnered up with Crypto Cloaks, and they made an exception and they sent me these adapters, and they hook up to the box directly. And instead of, they traditionally come with a 6-inch, and I said, I need 8-inch. So they sent me these. So huge shout out to Crypto Consulting as well as Crypto Cloaks for printing these. These are actually 3D printed, guys. Isn't this amazing? We're gonna go ahead and install these in a future video on this box and do a whole airflow design. That's gonna be really cool. So let me get this installed and we'll see how we make out. Okay, so here we have it. So our intake is in our front is actually going to be on this side because that's where our grommet is. And on the Bitmain ASIC miners, they actually have two C13 plugs right in the front as well as our Ethernet cable. So we're going to take our ASIC miner and lower it down. And actually there's a lip here on both sides. So it's going to sit nice and snugly right here in the middle. And then everything's going to exhaust out the back. So let's grab our unit. And these are not light. I don't care who you are. All right, so that looks like it's perfect right there in the middle, and we're set and good to go there. Now, for all intents and purposes, I'll show you guys how the lid goes on, and then we'll go ahead and wire everything up. So the lid, no rhyme or reason to the lid here, just goes ahead, comes down right on top, and bam. Not much for you guys to see there, but we are locked in and good to go. So let me get this wired up, and we're gonna get testing this. Okay, so I thought I'd go ahead and show you guys this as it's starting to boot up. The fans are only right now at about 3,700 RPMs for their fan speed. So that in mind, you can see how it's laid out. We have our two cables right there, as well as our Ethernet cable in there as well. And now it's going to start to spool up. So the way that these work is they slowly go ahead and spool up on the hash rate, as well as the fan speed. Starts out real slow, 3,000. And this will eventually get up to 6,000 RPMs on those front fans and the rear fans. So now what we'll do, trying to get in as fast as I can before it gets too loud, is we're gonna take our lid here. You can already feel the air flowing out of this thing. And we're gonna get our lid on. There we go. So there's our front, looks clean. I feel like we need a big Hobbyist logo on the side. Cryptology Consulting, hook us up. So then on the back side here, here's the back side. You can feel the air flowing out of this thing. And as this thing's still booting up, here's how these work, guys. We're really going to get into this in a future video. I do want to show you guys, but these actually bolt right up to the back side. And then one goes on the front as well. And these are going to be a huge saving grace moving forward. Now, you can also go ahead to give yourself a better seal. They do give you that foam board, and you can take that foam board and put it in the front and the back in order to give yourselves a better seal. And we'll do that once we're getting into things a little bit more when we get this into our crypto mining shed. But let me go ahead, let this fully boot up, fully be hashing at 104 terahash, and then we're going to come back and do some readings and let you guys hear exactly how loud it is. Okay, miners, so that's going to wrap things up for today. This thing is a huge win. I cannot wait. Man, when this thing was running, you could feel the suction in the front and you could massive amount of airflow in the back. This thing is awesome. So I'm going to be adding this into my entire setup that I'm going to be doing with my crypto mining shed coming up over the next few weeks. And I will be utilizing these from Crypto Cloaks, which is awesome that they partnered with Cryptology Consulting. So these are going to be great. I'm going to be hooking these into a dedicated intake system as well as a dedicated exhaust system that we'll be building out, and I'll be showing you guys in the near future. This foam I absolutely will put to use once we get this all set up and designed and laid out, kind of know exactly how everything's going to fit. But huge shout out and kudos to Cryptology Consulting, guys. This is awesome. I mean, I did see Red Panda Mining have this really cool Yeti cooler that got engineered and built out, which is really sick. But hey, this guy already prefabbed, ready to go. I'll put a link down below if you guys do want to go ahead and check it out. This is a saving grace. I'm going to get this thing packed up, move back out to my garage. And now that we have this box, maybe my wife and my kids won't kill me for running a Bitcoin miner in our garage. Well, guys, that's going to do it for today. If you guys enjoyed the video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. And finally, don't forget to subscribe. Take care.